So some of you might have received some SMSs or an email letting you know that SARS has auto-assessed you. Or you might have received some text documents from your bank, medical aid, or investing platforms, and you're not really sure what to do with these. Stick around. My name is Nobuhle Khumalo, and today's video is going to be explaining what auto-assessments are, what you need to do if you got an auto-assessment, or if you should be worried if you did not get an auto-assessment. I'll also be giving you some resources at the end of the video just to let you know what you can do if you're a bit confused. And guys, before I forget, I'd like to let you know that this does not constitute financial advice. I'm just giving you the tools and tips of how you can go about it, but it's up to you to use it. And also, I know some of you might have been expecting refunds, so hopefully this will also help you. But if not, I have made a couple of other videos on tax, so make sure you check those out after this video. I encourage you to watch the whole video just to make sure that you're not missing anything. All right, let's get into it.
My name is Nobuhle Khumalo, and I'm a personal finance creator. Some of the videos I've made include how to buy shares, top 10 affordable cars, how to file your taxes, side hustles, interviews, you name it, I've done it. Note, these videos do not constitute financial advice. My aim is to plant the idea, it's up to you to water it. And if you enjoy my content, please tip me with a like, comment, and subscription.
So auto-assessments were recently introduced a couple of years ago, and as the years go by, SARS will auto-assess a lot more people, and this is just a way for SARS to simplify it, because I know a lot of people get stressed about tax and it is complex and confusing. However, SARS has decided that when someone has what is seemed as straightforward transactions or straightforward tax life, they will try and do it for you. However, the onus is still on you as a taxpayer to actually check what they've captured and ensure that it's correct. However, if you are not happy with it, you do have a chance to reject it and actually make the adjustments. However, I'll get into that a little later in this video. The way SARS is able to make an auto-assessment on your financial affairs is because a lot of these things are linked to your ID number. Everyone has a unique ID number, as you're aware, and in a lot of these investment platforms or your medical aid and banks, whenever you sign up, you do have to use your ID number. Similarly, with your salary, your employer will also capture your ID number and pass on that information to SARS. So SARS will collect all of this information from the different institutions. So they'll get your salary from your employer, your medical aid from your fund, your investments, your policies, and your bank accounts, and then they'll be able to assess how much income you've made during the year, whether it's from your salary, your dividend income, your interest income, and all of the other things where you might have received money from. Okay. If you have been auto-assessed, you're required to actually log onto your mobile app or just use the SARS e-filing website to look at what they've done, and then if you're happy with it, you just let it go. There's nothing for you to do. There's no button to accept. If you're happy, let it be.
If you log on to your SARS profile and you have a refund, you can expect this to be paid out within 72 hours. However, if you owe SARS, then you need to make your payment via e-filing or the SARS mobile app.
Just make sure that your banking details are correct on your SARS account, because they will pay into it, and if you're not using that account, then someone else is going to get lucky. If your refund amount is less than 100 Rand, SARS will not pay it out. Instead, it will stay on as a balance. This money will be moved forward into the following year, and any taxes you might owe later on will be netted off against that. However, if you're not happy, so if you think you were meant to get a refund but you didn't really get one, then that's okay. That's your chance to actually update the numbers, or you're aware that you have other income that you haven't really disclosed and you want to tell SARS about it. You are able to make adjustments. However, please note there are certain numbers that you can't make the change for. So for certain things like your interest income from your bank or your investment income, you might not be able to actually make those changes yourself on the app. However, you are able to reach out to that third party and ask them, hey, why did you put 10,000 Rand instead of 9,000 Rand, or whatever the case may be. The reason SARS will not allow you to adjust it is because whatever number you put on your SARS e-filing has to agree to another document. So your third parties would have already communicated those numbers to SARS, and if you believe those numbers are wrong, then your third party is the one who's responsible to update it, and then SARS will update it later on. Alright, so let's get into who will get assessed and who will not get auto-assessed. Cool. So people who get auto-assessed are people who have simple tax matters, okay? So basically, you're usually earning one salary from one job, and the salary is pretty consistent. These are people like your teachers, your nurses, your doctors who are not in private practice, just basically people who you can estimate how much they're going to make. There's no confusion about, am I earning 10,000 Rand this month or 150,000? You know what your salary is. Also, this is also for people who do not have side hustles. okay? Because as much as you might be a teacher or a nurse, if you have something on the side, you need to declare that additional income because it wouldn't have been captured. However, if your side hustle is registered as a company, basically you operate under your own company and all the money that comes into that company will be taxed as a company, then you might not have to declare all of that income as yours because it gets taxed as a company. However, any amounts that you pay yourself as an employee of your own company, that might be worth declaring. Cool.
Please note that SMSs and emails are being rolled out in batches between the 1st and the 14th of July. So if you haven't received an SMS, don't stress, it might still be coming. However, you can also check your auto assessment status online. I have left the link in the description box.
People who will not be auto-assessed or people who need to go and adjust their auto-assessments are people who have side hustles or side gigs. It's also people who work on commission. So if you maybe have a base salary, but then there's a commission portion, basically 1 month you can make $1 million, the next month you can make 10,000, you will probably not be the best person to auto-assess because your income varies so much. Some months you're super rich and others not so much. Therefore, you'll be required to do your own SARS tax return, and I do have a video that you guys can use if you're not sure how to do this.
Just a quick reminder, guys, extra income refers to things like your rental income. So maybe you've got a back room that you lease out to someone, that counts as income you need to tell SARS about, or you're a babysitter or whatever the case may be. Maybe you cater, you bake, declare that income. Another tip is if you work from home and you have a dedicated home office, you might be able to get certain deductions, basically lower your tax. However, if you're not sure about this, do check out the SARS website for more information, or you can reach out to a registered tax practitioner.
As it stands, the deadline for non-provisional taxpayers is the 21st of October 2024. So if you've gotten an auto assessment but you're not happy with it, make sure you make those adjustments before the 21st of October. If you're watching this in future years, please just check on SARS website to see what the deadline is. These dates do change quite frequently. However, it should be around the same time. Let's go through some frequently asked questions that might help you out. Remember, I do have 2 other videos that I have done on SARS before, so if you want to check those out, you can. However, SARS does also have a YouTube channel where they explain certain things, so definitely check that out as well because, I mean, it is from SARS. Question number 1, what app or site do I use to reject my auto-assessment / file my taxes? You can use SARS e-filing website, or you can use the SARS Mobi app. Both of them should work. Question 2, where is my refund? So I have done a video in the past where I explain how refunds come about. Please do remember that refunds are not something that you will be expecting every single year. The only time a refund is actually due to you is if you've paid more tax than you should have. So usually if you haven't worked the full 12 months of a SARS year, then you'll probably get a refund. Or if you've maybe had a promotion and you were paying too much, then you might also get a refund. However, not everyone must just expect that they'll be getting a refund, because if the calculations have been done correctly, there'll be no refund and also no amount owing, okay? And also just a tip, be careful of any people who say they can guarantee you a refund. This is not something that they can do. If they are guaranteeing you a refund, there might be a chance that they are playing with the numbers. And also remember, if you are going to use someone to help you with your tax return, make sure they are a registered tax practitioner. Question 3, how do I change some of the numbers on my return? Maybe your investments are at the wrong amount. So some of you might look at the amounts included in your auto assessment and you might not agree with them, but I want to remind you guys of the following. 1, the numbers have actually been obtained from your third-party provider directly. So if you have an investment with Easy Equities or you're banking with FNB or Standard Bank, whoever they are, they would have already sent that document to SARS and SARS has used that amount. The reason you might not think you agree with the number is because you might not be aware of how the SARS tax year is actually calculated. So as much as we're only filing the taxes now, the year actually ended on the 28th of February 2024. Or was it the 29th? I think it was a leap year. But anyways, a tax year always begins on 1 March. So make sure that if you are looking at your numbers, you are looking at the correct period and not necessarily a period of just January to December, because this will not be correct. Another question, can I pay someone to do my taxes? Yes, 100% you can. However, please do make sure they are a registered tax practitioner. You should ask them for their certificates and also their number. I would encourage people to use tax practitioners, especially if their tax matters are a bit complex. Certain resources like TaxTim are available, and you can also usually get certain discounts. I have asked the tax team if they could give me a bit of a discount code for you guys, but I'm still working on it. So maybe just check the description, and if I do have a code, maybe you can use it and get some money off. However, they do have other partners that will get you discounts, like your Momentum, or if you use 22/7, the app. Cool. What happens if I don't pay my taxes? I know some of you might be thinking about this, like what's the worst that could happen? To be quite honest, in the short term, maybe nothing much will happen. However, in the long term, and I can promise you this, they will always catch you. SARS will always win, okay? So make sure that you are submitting your taxes and you are paying whatever you owe them. There have been so many cases where people thought they got away, especially people who earn money that isn't really regulated. So like, you know, popular people, celebrities, sometimes they get $1 million deals or whatever. I don't know why I said dollars. But you know, people get a lot of money and they don't think that they're gonna get caught, but SARS will catch up to you. And the sad thing is that when SARS catches you, not only are you gonna pay the amount that you owe them, you're also gonna pay all the interest because you're paying them late, and they usually want it immediately. So it's like, where are you gonna get that money? Whereas if you pay it every single year in small chunks, you're more likely to be able to handle that. I just want to highlight that most of you already have paid majority of your taxes. So every month your company will pay towards SARS something. However, the only thing you're doing now is checking that there hasn't been an underpayment of some sort. So you'll only be short by a few rand. It's not going to be a lot. However, if you're someone who is self-employed or you have a side hustle and you haven't been paying any tax, then you'll probably have to become a provisional taxpayer, but I'll cover that in a different video. Next question is, how do I pay taxes on my side hustle? So maybe you do nails on the side, or you're an influencer, or maybe you're just a personal shopper. I mean, I have been doing videos on all these side hustles that you guys could do. So if you are running a side hustle and it is not under a company, okay, I don't blame you. When I first started, I wasn't really making a lot of money, so it wasn't worth opening a whole company for it. However, if you are doing it in your personal capacity, you do need to declare this extra income. However, for certain things, you will be able to get deductions. So for example, if you're saying you're a nail technician, obviously the money coming in is your income. However, all the setup costs, like you buying the machines, you buying the acrylic, the nails, those are your operating costs. So you will actually only be taxed on the profit, because there's no point in taxing you on your revenue when your expenses are so high, so you're basically not even making money. However, when cases like this come up, it is very hard to get a deduction as a person, okay? However, if it is through a company, there are a lot more benefits and a lot more perks where you can claim certain things as business use or business expenses. So it's fine for now, but going forward, maybe consider incorporating into a company. All right, now what? So if you have been auto assessed, go to your SMS or your email and click on the link, which will take you to the SARS e-filing website or the SARS Mobi app. Go into your assessment and actually look at the numbers that they've captured. I would also encourage you to actually open your documents on the side. So your bank would have sent you a document, any investment you have would have also sent you a document. And if they did not send you a document, go onto your app and actually go look under the profile and see if there are no documents there. So I know Easy Equities will actually put their documents up there. They don't send it to you via email. And I know a lot of you are on Easy Equities because you've watched that video. Step 2, if you're happy with the numbers and they agree with the documents you've seen, then you're done. 3, if you're not happy with your assessment, then have a look at the numbers that you're not happy with. If it is a number that SARS would have gotten from your third-party provider, then send them an email, that being your third-party provider, by the way, and tell them, listen, SARS has captured this amount, but I think it should be this amount. Can you guys please investigate? And then they will help you out. Alternatively, if you can make the changes on the SARS app, then you should. However, I do want to alert you that if you do make changes to your auto-assessment, you may be required to provide extra verification. So those who've been auto-assessed are not going to get verified. However, if you have made changes, SARS may request you to submit those additional documents just so that they can prove that the number you've entered is correct. Now, if you have not received an auto assessment and you do not know what everyone is going on about, that's okay, relax, we're all in the same boat. But what I want to tell you is you do have to have a look at your tax and you need to submit it yourself. So SARS is not going to be doing a calculation for you. You need to punch in all of those numbers. However, there are certain codes on these tax documents that will help you when you're filling it out. I do have a video on this which goes in depth and I actually show you on screen how I match all of this. So make sure you check that out. However, I will be doing another updated version, so stick around and make sure you have subscribed so that you don't miss this video when it drops. The deadline for 2024 is the 21st of October. However, I would have dropped a video way before then, and I hope to see you guys next time. My name is Nobuhle Khumalo, and all the best. Bye. Oh, sorry, PS. I do have a video, like I said, on tax. So if you want to check out the tax videos, you can. Or you can also check out how to get a promotion. Because, you know, speaking about all of these tax things and tax brackets, we all always want to jump to the next bracket, meaning you earn more. So have a look at that video. Maybe it'll give you some tips on how to secure your next promotion. Okay, bye.